This is a classic video, actually. I like how even in his, like, proof of Reptilian, you can actually just watch that bug fly into his mouth. It doesn't come from his mouth. That's so wild.
This is something I just spotted on the Spanish news. Possible proof of reptilians living among us. So I was just watching TV.
Yeah, you're gonna see some crazy shit now.
To have a shower, come back and watch it. And I'm looking at this reporter and I noticed something about his eyes at the very last minute. Just when he thinks that the broadcast...
Yeah, it's about to morph.
Completed, we spot something in his eyes. And this is really shocking. I was shocked. I was so happy I taped it because it can go back and
Thanks to Tier 1 Casual.
But he blinks and he has a second set of eyes. We're about to see this. Just at the very end. It's coming up now. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Oh god, he's gonna. I can see it. I can already see those eyes poking through.
TV before. Do you see that? Second set of eyes.
Ah! Well, you can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Oh, here's one.
The most controversial conspiracy theory. Some believe that reptilians have infiltrated the world's governments. So, from a reptilian head to a full transformation, join us. A popular Islamic preacher, Yusuf Estes, is the founder and host of Guide TV. Interestingly, during one of his services, Yusuf's head briefly transformed into a reptilian-looking creature.
His cloaking device malfunctioned.
I don't do it through debates. I don't need to debate any Christian. I was a Christian. I am a Muslim. If you want, I can give you both sides, easy. But he will ask you if you delivered the... I'll play both parts. I'll be the Christian and tell you this, and then I'll be the
His
Muslim.
disguise glitched. Twice. Let me see you for what you really are.
And I'll be the Muslim and give the answer.
Absolute madness. And they thought we wouldn't notice.
You were at a place and you saw
That's the most insulting part. They think we're so dumb we don't see them transform.
the temple of that religion, and the father was the priest there. What would you think?
Caught red-handed. Now that one's pretty cut and dry. Into a Komodo dragon, even.
As previously mentioned, most alleged reptilians are identified by facial transformations, including notably the eyes. In one video, taken from the BBC programme Antiques Roadshow, an unidentified person oddly stares at the camera. Further, his eyes appear far larger than normal.
Fuck me. He is looking very intensely at the camera, though. That guy might legitimately be a reptilian. I'm starting to be convinced the more I look at him, honestly.
Another transformation revolves around the tongue. In 1995, NBC News reporter Isaiah Carey
He has glasses on?
swallowed
Who paid you to say that? I don't see no glasses. That sounds like a load of baloney. There's only one explanation for that. Lizard.
reaction were merely a distraction away from the tongue. Bizarrely, it appears to be too large, an odd colour, and generally distorted.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
This is a classic video, actually. I like how even in his, like, proof of Reptilian, you can actually just watch that bug fly into his mouth. It doesn't come from his mouth. That's so wild. But no, it's a reptilian tongue. Clearly. I mean, just look at the slowed down footage.
Whilst the majority of Reptilian videos only show a minor malfunction, a few actually contain a full transformation. In this controversial CCTV video, an unknown person walks towards an alley, stops, and is replaced by a larger shadow, whilst the original body remains in place.
What? Have we seen this one? This isn't ringing any bells right now.
Dale. Ahí está. ¿Sí lo estás filmando? Sí. ¿Sí? Sí. ¿Sí lo estás captando? Dale, ahí te va.
Where's that reptilian? Oh, I see. He spit him out, like shedding his skin. He's over here now. Yeah, I mean there was nothing to see. It's just like a shadow.
In a similar doubtful but intriguing video, filmed last September in Mexico, a shapeshifter appears to take the form of their boyfriend.
Lo tuyo. ¿Por qué me grabas? Ya guarda el celular. Ya, ¿sabes qué? Ya me voy, ya. Me vale madre, me voy. No, ya.
So has the shapeshifter already done it? Is he now the boy? Oh! Oh my god. Imagine they just trample him. This is... What the fuck is happening? Ruined Avatar Way of Water. Lizard person confirmed it was clearly a shape-shifting reptilian. Oh, I know all about Burger Planet. I'm very knowledgeable there. I still think one of the best Twitch clips ever is Burger Andy. He was trying to get on. Was it Ice? I think it was Ice Poseidon's RV, right? I can't remember whose RV it was now. It might have been a bus, but regardless, it was either an RV or a bus because when he was trying to get on the bus, he's like, "Bro, but I just did like this fucked up thing," and the guy's like, "It doesn't matter." So then the door slowly shuts. It's one of the hydraulic doors. Oh yeah, I ate the worm. And then like they still say no, and they close the door on him, and it's one of those slow hydraulic doors. So it closes, and then you just see Burger Andy's reflection in the doors looking on, and then the bus drives away. It was like a scene out of a movie. Oh my god, it was nuts. That is still like an all-time classic. Might as well watch it. I don't think I can because if it was Ice Poseidon's bus, so I don't think I can. Not on Twitch. I don't take a chance with that because they're always so spotty with that kind of shit. X always watches it. Does he? I feel like X is on a different rule set though. Let me see if Ice is even in the clip. Maybe he's not. Because I don't remember where this starts.
You said I could get on if I had a worm.
Okay, this should be fine. Yeah, he's not in the clip. This should be alright. Yeah, this one's one of... How the fuck did an F get copy and pasted? I copy and pasted a link. How the fuck did I get an F?
What? Oh, you said I could get on if I had a worm.
Oh, okay.
You guys said I could get on if I had... And earlier he said I could get on.
Blinks. Dude.
Paul, is it cool if I come, man? Come on, you said I could come on earlier.
Same people as before, we don't have enough seats.
You said and I just ate a worm and shit.
There's like 1,000 people
Dude,
getting in front of
out
him.
here. I don't have to walk back through there.
I mean, why'd you come here?
I came here to see you guys. You said I could come with you.
Oh man, like if
This is like hanging out with frat dudes. Whatever.
I didn't remember him walking away. I thought I remembered the
See,
bus
these are the
pulling
frat
away.
guys of the internet, guys. The Jake Pauls of live streaming.
Now it pulls away. Yeah, that's a fucking classic, though. That guy was a piece of shit. He did a lot of really awful things that I recall. So, if that was like a good guy, I'd feel bad. That'd be a sad moment. But that guy was a real asshole. What stuff did he do? Oh, it was a lot. He has a whole lore built up around him. If I remember correctly, I think he left his wife and his kids in order to pursue like a career on Ice Poseidon's bus or some shit, or RV. That was him, right? I'm pretty sure that was Burger Andy. He literally just left behind his entire family for the sake of pursuing clout. There's like a whole lore dump. I also remember he was trying to like convince well, actually, I'm not even gonna get into that one. That one's actually just really fucked up. He did a lot of bad stuff. Oh, right. The Dana White stuff. Thanks for reminding me. I wanted to look that up. Dana White and wife Anne in drunken nightclub fight on New Year's Eve. Oh, he did like a fucking press conference about it.
Dana, why don't you just tell us what happened that night? What happened leading up to that video?
Alina.
Well, I'm in Cabo, Mexico, for the holidays with my family, and my wife and I were out Saturday night on New Year's Eve, and unfortunately, that's what happened.
How is that like an excuse? Like, I don't know if he's even making an excuse. Jesus Christ. Was that a shoe? What the fuck just flew? God damn.
We've known each other since we were 12 years old. We've obviously been through some shit together, and we've got 3 kids, and this is one of those situations.
So we reached that age where we beat each other.
I'm embarrassed, but it's also one of those situations that is, right now we're more concerned about our kids. We have 3 kids, and obviously since the video popped up, we've shown the kids the video, and we're more focused on our family right now. People are gonna.
What is that parenting strategy, guys? Look, your mother slapped me. I slapped your mother, and I want you to watch this. Like, yeah, they'd probably find it on their own, but I don't see the point of like sitting them down and like showing them the video. Just when they see it, just be like, look, guys, I know you guys probably saw that. Not your mom and me's finest moments. Let me tell you what. Oh, his kids are in college. Oh. I thought these were like little kids. Oh, gotcha. Okay, sorry. I literally thought these were toddlers, and it didn't make any sense to me. Okay, yeah. If his kids are adults, I get it. Then.
Just one of those unfortunate situations.
You were at a place in Cabo that where alcohol flows. Yeah, I mean, Dana, what we were told by people who were in the club, that it, at least to them, seemed that there was a lot of alcohol involved in this situation.
Probably always is.
Definitely a lot of alcohol involved, but that's no excuse. I literally am making no excuses for this thing at all. It's never happened before. It's the first time that it's ever happened, and people are going to say what they're going to say. It's just is what it is, and whatever people do say, it's deserved. I deserve it. It happened. I don't know why it happened, and my wife and I have apologized to each other. We've apologized to our kids, and this is one of those things that
we're gonna have to settle it in the octagon now.
I could care less what anybody else thinks about this. Right now, what we're more concerned about are our kids and taking care of our family.
Dana, the final thing, you say whatever happened that night happened. Do you remember it?
No, I don't remember a lot. So, yeah, no. Obviously, this thing, it's one of those situations. It's embarrassing for both of us, but
I feel like that's not the truth. But if it is, I feel like that's worse. So did it stop after the second slap? Oh yeah, it did. But you don't remember anything? No. But I'm sure it did. Yeah, both very much in the wrong here. I think Dana's not doing the best job of damage control, but the very least, he's not making a ton of excuses.
More concerned about our kids. We're
Fucking
concerned
yikes situation, though. That does not seem like a good
Nobody knows you
relationship.
better than your kids know you. They grow
I don't know
up in
many
your house with
relationships
you, they
that
see
survive
everything,
like
they hear everything,
slapping
they know
each other,
everything. And
calling it
everybody
healthy.
always asks me, you know.
All right, that is an odd situation indeed. Bills safety Damar Hamlin made a tackle and then collapsed, and they had to put him on oxygen and give him CPR, and then got transported via ambulance off the field. Bills player just had a heart attack on live TV. Not what happened. Wasn't a heart attack. It seemed to be the result of the impact. Quite a few people in chat said that it was a direct hit to his chest, which obviously is dangerous for the heart, but I don't think it was a heart attack. Looking at it from this other angle, it absolutely does look like a really hard hit to the chest. So I'm inclined to believe that's what it is. NFL is saying the game should continue. I don't really have a horse in the race on what the proper protocol should be here. I've usually erred on the side of if there's like an inactivity fatality, it's a pretty good excuse to suspend it, because obviously then no one's going to be focused on the game or the event. Example, when the WWE suspended that guy, I think his name was Ken Hart, blanking on his name, for one of their pay-per-view events or something. They had the guy suspended. The suspension broke, he fell and died on impact. They ended up continuing that event, and I still think that was tasteless. Owen Hart, thank you, Owen Hart. Yeah, I don't know if this is reliable. I haven't seen this anywhere, but there's a decent chunk of people that keep saying he has a pulse but isn't breathing on his own as the latest update. I don't see that in any of these. They don't do a great job, I agree, but I also think it's at a point where there's not a whole lot they can do because fans are already upset. Like, I see so many brain dead takes on Twitter about how helmet-to-helmet should be legal. They know what they signed up for. It's the risk they take, so they should be able to do full helmet-to-helmet whatever to get the job done. Like, they've already, like, legitimately dehumanized every football player, making it sound like it's the goddamn Roman Coliseum as opposed to a sport now. So I don't think there's anything the NFL can do now to make it, like, safer without even more outrage. It wasn't helmet-to-helmet. No, this wasn't. No, I know. Not with the Bills player. I'm saying, I'm just giving, like, a general Twitter take. No, it wasn't a helmet-to-helmet. It really wasn't at all. It just looks like really unfortunate placement on that impact since it went right to his chest. Like, hard to his chest. Here's the resub. Alaba, BMD, Vibes, Marismo, and the Prime Flay, and give sub Saints, the Prime Sox. That's awful, man. I remember, God, how many years now? It's been a long time since I've seen something like that in football. And the last time I saw that was in arena football. Wide receiver caught the pass, touchdown, got pushed, which is it was a legal play. It wasn't like a dirty hit. Got pushed while he was up in the air when he caught the ball, landed, and then he snapped his head on the padding at the back of the end zone. Killed him. I haven't seen like a legitimately potentially fatal situation in football since that. Yeah, it was arena football. I don't remember the player though. Goddamn, what the fuck? Who is Skip? Goddamn clown is what he is. Not exactly sure what happened to Damar Hamlin. Players on both teams are shaken. Ambulance out on the field. CPR administered. Can't remember play being stopped for this length of time. Just said a prayer for him and his family. Seen so many horrific injuries suffered on football fields, yet never have I seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, that's football. For these players, this was different. No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season? A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. It's not, I mean, this isn't like the worst thing I've ever seen, especially not from Skip. He's a little too focused on the game itself as opposed to whether or not the player survives, but for Skip, I mean, Jesus, this is about the best his brain can cook up. I'm definitely not going to be pulling up the clip, obviously. I mean, that could be, it could be fatal right now. Apparently he has a pulse but can't breathe on his own at the moment. Apparently he also just got to the hospital. Yeah, I keep seeing people say that in chat about Ken Block. I haven't looked it up yet. Rally car driver Ken Block dead at 55, snowmobile accident. Holy shit, this happened at the exact same posting as the Damar Hamlin situation 26 minutes ago. What the fuck? What just happened? Was there like a blood sacrifice done on TikTok or something? Jesus Christ. Internal bleeding, his ribs piercing the heart. No, do you guys have never seen or heard about those things happening? If you get hit hard enough in the chest, you can just die from it. Pretty quickly, too. I don't know like the exact anatomical explanation for how it all plays out, but if you take a big impact to your chest, you can just straight die, like almost immediately. Yeah, but I don't think that's what usually happens, T-Chon. As far as I know, you can have your heart get pierced by the extrusion on the breastplate of the rib cage that if hit hard enough could break or bend into the heart or around that region. Like, I'm sure that's a very real thing. I imagine that's something that can happen in car accidents. But in a hit like that, I don't necessarily think that's what happens. Yeah, I just read about Ken Block as well. When was the last time someone died in a football game? Like I said, the only one that I know of was probably over a decade ago, and it was Arena Football League. I remember a college football player who, on a kickoff, went for, I think it was a block. He delivered a great block, and he paralyzed himself instantly. But outside of that, in the Arena Football player, I don't think there's been any. Well, in 1905, there was one. Here, how about NFL? Because I don't think there's ever been an NFL on-field football death. Chuck Hughes was an American football player, a wide receiver in the NFL from 1967 to 1971, and he is, to date, the only player to have died on the field during a game. The Lions hosted the Bears at Tiger Stadium late in the fourth quarter, Detroit trailing 28-23. Lions were driving into Chicago territory, and Hughes entered the game as an injury replacement, caught a pass for 32 yards, and 3 plays later, Hughes collapsed near the Bears linebacker Dick Butkus, who saw him begin to convulse violently on the field. Butkus motioned to the sideline frantically to get Hughes assistance. He was pronounced dead at 5:34 p.m. that afternoon. The game was played to its conclusion in front of the now stunned silent crowd at Tiger Stadium. He was suffering from an undiagnosed and advanced arteriosclerosis, and that he had a family history of heart disease. The direct cause of death was coronary thrombosis. I get the point you're trying to make, but you still see plenty of comparably horrible injuries that happen in other sports as well. Like hockey. Chat immediately went to hockey. Shit, in hockey there's been 2 cases of people having their fucking throat slit by the skates. There's that very famous clip now where the goalie gets collided with by 2 players, I think it was, and one of them, their skate went up and sliced his fucking net. Like, cut his jugular. I think it was his dad. His dad had to pinch his arteries together in order to save his life. Might not have been his dad. Might have been just the actual team medic. I don't remember now. I'm very foggy on it. But you see comparably horrible injuries in other sports as well. That's not to defend NFL and the way they cover up concussions.